fine, and I'm waiting for all students. 2, 3 are still connecting, so give me just 1 or 2 minutes. Uh, okay, guys. Sorry. So, what we have? Uh, Pythagoras theorem, c square is equal to a square b square. Same. Now, second formula. If we divide both sides by b square. So we have a divided by b, yeah, a square divided by b square plus b square divided by b square equal to what? C square divided by b square. So we can write a over b whole square plus b divided by b whole square. Yeah, if you cancel b with b, so we have only one here. So we have one. Okay. So 1 equal to what? C divided by b whole square. Where a over b equal to what? A divided by b actually equal to tangent theta. And we have square, so tangent theta square. Plus, what we have next one? We have 1. Same we have c divided by b. What is c divided by b? Actually secant theta. So equal to what? Secant theta. So we have formula tangent square theta plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. You can derive more formula from this one. Like what? You can derive, for example, we have this formula tangent square theta plus 1 is equal to secant theta. So if you transfer 1 to other side and secant theta next side, so tangent square theta minus secant square theta is equal to 1. This is one formula. Or if you transfer this other side, so we have what? Tangent, okay, this is minus 1. So we have tangent square theta is equal to what? Secant square theta minus 1. So you can derive different formulas by transferring one or second one, for example, is able to other sides. Correct? This is second Pythagoras identity. Third Pythagoras identity. So if you divide both sides by c square, we have, okay, a square. This one also a square, a square. So we have a divided by a whole square plus we have b divided by a whole square and we have c divided by a whole square. So a divided by a is 1 plus what is b by a? B by a is cotangent square theta equal to c by a. So c by a we know that this is cosecant. So cosecant we have square theta. So this is third is the Horus identity. 1 plus cotangent square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. Correct? 1 plus cotangent square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. Okay, these are Pythagoras identities. Uh, okay, next question. For example, let's start some question finding different side or angle. Question is given, find out all 6 trigonometric ratios. So we need to find all sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. So you can see angle is given. So opposite of angle is, this one is, you can say, perpendicular, 12 is base, and 13 is hypotenuse. So what is sine? Sine theta is equal to what? Perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So perpendicular is 6, 5 divided by hypotenuse is 13. Same. Cosine theta. So cosine theta is base divided by hypotenuse, where base is 12 divided by 13. What about tangent theta? So we know that tangent theta is equal to uh, perpendicular divided by base, where perpendicular is 5, base is 12. Same you can find secant, cosecant and cotangent. Correct? All six ratios. Uh, Now you can find secant, cosecant and cotangent. So try. Okay, this another question. Uh, what is given in this question? You can see that angle is given. One angle is 60. Correct? Opposite side of 60, it means perpendicular is given. Perpendicular is equal to 10. Okay, we don't know about base value and we don't know about hypotenuse value. And you one angle is 60, this one is 90, correct? And we don't know about this B angle. So how to find all six things? For example, three sides and three angles. So okay, so let me start to start this one. Let me start to solve this one. How to find sides and how to find angles. So first of all, what we can use to find hypotenuse. So we know that in sine theta, we know angle, and this one is perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Angle is given 60. Okay, perpendicular is given this one equal to 10. So we have hypotenuse we don't know. So we can use this formula to find hypotenuse. How we can solve? If we try sine 60 degree equal to perpendicular is 10 divided by hypotenuse, you can see hypotenuse is x. This is sine 60 degree. So cross multiplication x with this one. So we have x is equal to what? 10 divided by sine of 60 degree. So find out 10 divided by sine of 60 degree, where sine of 60 degree equal to what? Sine 60 degree equal to 0.86. So 10 divided by 0.866. So find out 10 divided by 866. 10 divided by 0.866 equal to what? 11.5. So hypotenuse actually equal to what? 11.5. Now we know that perpendicular is 10. We know hypotenuse is equal to what? 11.5. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, we can find this value like if we have hypotenuse square, yes, uh, we have hypotenuse square equal to what? Perpendicular square but plus base square. So we don't know base. So if you transfer p to other side, it means hypotenuse minus perpendicular square. Perpendicular square is equal to what? Base. So hypotenuse actually is this one equal to 11.5. So if you square this one, we have 11.5, okay, square equal to 132. This one is square also. Square. So we have 132.25 minus perpendicular is 10, so 10 square is 100 equal to what? B square. So first of all 132 minus 100 equal to what? Only 32.25 equal to what? B square. So if you take square root to find the B value, so square cancel with this one. We have b, and b is equal to 32.25 under the root. So we have under the root 32.25 equal to 5.6. Both value possible, plus and minus, but this is distance. So we will use what? We will use positive value because distance is always positive. So 5.67 is the value of what? Base. Now we have all three sides. We have perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, but we are given only two angles. One is 90, second one is uh, 60 degree. So how to find third angle? So to find third angle, what we need, actually we need, okay, okay. Uh, we know that uh, right angle triangle, sum of all angles, like if we have three angles, alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to what? 360 degree. Sorry, 180 degree. 180 degree. Sum of all angles in right triangle equal to 180 degree. Now, let's suppose if we know, if for example we write alpha is 60 degree and beta is your right angle like 90 degree, and we don't know about gamma equal to what? 180 degree. So 60 plus 90, 150. It means gamma is equal to what? 180 degree, and if you transfer 60 plus 90 to other side, this one equal to what? 150 degree. So last angle, yeah, sorry, gamma is equal to what? 180 minus 50 equal to 30 degree. In this way you can find the missing angle. So now we have all three sides and all three angles. Clear? Okay. Okay. Some identities. How to prove identities? These identities, like, thank you. Okay. Great. What we have, actually we have secant theta multiplied with sine theta. So we need to prove that secant multiplied with sine equal to tangent theta. Right side and left hand side. You can say this one is, let's suppose, left hand side, and tangent theta is equal to right hand side. So how we can prove that both are equal? Left hand side and right hand sides are equal. Let's suppose if we if we take, okay, if we take left hand side, like we have left hand side equal to what? Secant theta into sine theta. So we need to prove that left hand side equal to right hand side. Secant theta and sine theta. How we can write secant theta? We know that that cosine theta is equal to 1 over secant theta, or these are inverse of each other. So secant theta is equal to 1 over cosine theta. So we can replace this by 1 over cosine theta multiply with sine theta. Correct? This is multiplication. Numerator multiply with numerator, denominator multiply with denominator. Sine with 1, sine. Cosine with 1 equal to what? Cosine theta. And we know that sine over cosine equal to what? Tangent theta. So this one is actually your right hand side. Great. Okay, what we have here? In this question, we have right hand side and left hand side. So how we can prove? Let's take left hand side. Left hand side is sine theta and cosecant theta minus sine theta. Correct? This one equal to what? This one equal to cosine square theta. So how we can prove? Yes. Okay. So if you multiply sine with cosecant theta and also with sine theta. So first multiply sine with cosecant theta. We have cosecant theta minus, we have sine theta multiply with sine theta. So this one is sine square theta square. Okay, now we know from inverse ratio that Sine equal to what? Sine is equal to 1 over cosecant. So if you replace sine by 1 over cosecant, so 1 over cosecant theta multiply with, sorry, no, yes, cosecant theta. Sorry, I need to write more clearly. Okay. We have 1 over cosecant multiply with cosecant minus what? Minus sine square theta. So cosecant cancel with cosecant. We have only 1 minus sine square theta. What was our first formula if you remember? Our first formula was sine square theta plus cosine square theta equal to 1. Correct? So if you transfer sine to other side, so we have cosine square theta equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So 1 minus sine square theta equal to what? Can we write 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cosine square theta, which is your right hand side. So this means that right hand side equal to left hand side and right hand side both are equal. Clear? Okay. Same, you can prove this one, but how you can prove it? For example, when this form of question is given like 1 minus sine theta, 1 plus cosine theta in fraction form, so then you can prove that by what we call it formula, by rationalization. If you remember rationalization, in Dari we call what we call rationalization? Musdavij, I think. Okay, if you take this side, like we have cosine square theta and 1 plus sine theta. So if you multiply this one with 1 minus sine theta, we have plus here, so I will multiply with minus. But if we have minus, then I will multiply with plus. So we have 1 minus sine theta. So if you multiply cosine with 1 minus sine, so 1 minus sine theta into cosine square theta divided by 1 plus sine theta, 1 minus sine theta. So a plus b into a minus b equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Correct? And we know that 1 minus sine theta, this multiply with what? Multiply with cosine square theta, and 1 minus sine square theta from the formula of sine square plus, yes, thank you, cosine square theta. This one is equal. So we know that 1 minus sine square theta equal to what? Cosine square theta. So cosine cancel with cosine. We have only left with 1 minus sine theta. And you can see 1 minus sine theta is the left hand side. So left hand side equal to what? Right hand side. Clear? Okay. Same, this one is simple like first question. We have sine cosecant theta. So if you replace sine by 1 over cosecant, so if you replace sine by 1 over cosecant, so 1 over cosecant theta multiply with cosecant theta minus cosine square theta. So cosecant cancel, we have 1 minus cosine square theta equal to a sine square theta. Okay, you need to prove this one. So you can start try this one. Next we have actually sum and difference formulas. Sum and difference formula. Okay, Firdaus, let me give answer to you. What is 1 minus? I told you when this type of question is given, like in fraction, and we have like 1 minus sine theta or 1 plus cosine theta, like this one we have. So to solve these type of question, you need to multiply same we have denominator or denominator, but with different symbol. Like we have 1 plus sine, So you will multiply 1 with 1 minus sign. Correct? Yeah, for example, if question is given like 1 plus sine theta divided by cosine, so we have plus sign, so you need to multiply with 1 minus sign. Correct? I will post some examples from this. Thank you. Thank you, Firdaus. Okay, now we have some are different formulas. Some are different formulas, but give me just 1 minute. This one is some are different formulas, and for sine and cosine we have different formulas. Like if there are two angles, like for example, in triangle, double angle is given. For example, one is alpha and second one is beta. So we have sine of what? Alpha plus beta. If you want to find the difference, so we have sine of alpha minus beta. So first formula is sine of AB alpha beta. You can use any value like alpha plus beta. So we have formula sine alpha into cosine beta plus cosine of alpha into sine of beta. This one. First one, sine with alpha, cosine with beta. Second one, cosine alpha with cosine with alpha and sine with beta. This is plus formula. If we have plus, so in the middle we have plus. If we have minus, like sine alpha minus beta, so sine alpha, then cosine with beta, then we have minus, and we have what? Cosine with alpha, then sine with beta. Correct? So these formulas are called what? These formula are some are difference formula. Same, some are difference formula for cosine. Uh, we have this one, but in cosine, if for some we use minus symbol, like if we have cosine of uh, we have alpha plus beta, so then we have what? Cosine of alpha, then cosine of beta. Then we have minus. If we have plus here, so cosine we have minus. So cosine alpha, cosine beta, and sine alpha into sine beta. Correct? If we have difference formula like alpha minus beta, so we have cosine alpha, cosine beta plus sine alpha into sine beta. Correct? So we can prove more formulas from these, like if we have some formula, sine formula, some are different formula. Just give me 5 minutes, so then it's enough for today. Okay, wait. For example, uh, like we have first formula, you can see sine of alpha plus beta is equal to what? Sine alpha into cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha into sine of beta. But if both angle are equal, like alpha equal to beta, and let's suppose both are equal to x, correct? So how we can write? We can write like uh, we have sine of, if we take x plus x because both are equal, so then we have what? Sine x cosine x plus we have cosine x into sine x. Sine x plus x is equal to what? 2x equal to sine x cosine x and cosine x sine x. This means that 2 into sine x and cosine x. This is our double angle formula. Sine 2x. This means that double angle formula. Correct? Sine x plus 6 equal to sine x cosine x plus cosine x with sine x is equal to 2 sine x cosine x. So we will use this formula as well in our calculation, and anywhere we have 2 sine x cosine x, so we can say that equal to sine 2x. Okay, from cosine formula, we can derive more formulas, double angle formulas, like uh, okay, we have cosine alpha plus beta. If we have first one, like we have cosine of alpha plus beta equal to what? We have cosine alpha cosine beta minus sine alpha sine beta. So if all angles are same, like x is equal to, sorry, alpha and beta, both are same, both angle are 30 degree, 40 degree or 50 degree, let's suppose equal to x. So we can write cosine of x plus x equal to cosine x, then again cosine x minus, we have sine x and sine x. So what we have, actually we have cosine 2x, cosine square x minus sine square x. Cosine zarbi cosine, cosine square, sine zarbi sine is equal to a sine square. So we have formula cosine 2x is equal to cosine square minus sine square. And we also know that from first formula that sine square is equal to 1 minus cosine square theta, or cosine square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. You can use both for this one. For example, if first we use sine square, so we have cosine square theta minus. What is the value of sine? So we can use 1 minus cosine square theta. This one equal to what? We have cosine square theta minus 1 plus cosine square theta. So equal to what? Equal to 2. We have cosine square, cosine square. So we have 2 cosine square theta minus 1. This one equal to what? Cosine of 2x. Yeah, 2 theta, yeah, 2x. If we have x, so this one is also x. If we have theta, so this one is also. This is another formula, like we have cosine 2x is equal to 2 cosine square theta minus 1. But if you replace here, we replace sine with what? 1 minus cosine. But if you replace this cosine with sine square theta, like cosine is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, so then we have formula for sine. Sine 2x is equal to what? 1 minus 2, I think cosine square theta. 1 minus 2 sine square theta. This one is cosine 2x. So these angles are called double angle because we have cosine 2x or sine 2x. So double angle formulas. Clear? And I think enough for today.